Hello again. Well, today is the Super Bowl, as we all know. And yes, probably more traditional to be having some beers with, chips and guacamole and wings and all that. But at the same time, the 49ers are in it. We're big fans of them, just specifically because of Christian McCaffrey, who we've really enjoyed watching play in college. He was just incredible, and I don't really know much about football at all, but that was something that really hooked me, let's say. And so it's good fun to see him now in the Super Bowl and having something specific to root for. So it's fun. It's Northern California. It's wine country. So we're going to be discussing a Cabernet here made by Snowden. So it's their brother's Vineyard 2019. Very young, but it's really 2019 is a year that it can be drunk young, before it kind of shut down. And Snowden has always been interesting to me, wanting to discover it because of their French connection. As people may know, Diana Snowden, the third or fourth generation in the family, is married to a Saces, who the owners of the Dujac property in Burgundy, and she's the winemaker for both properties, which is sort of a really interesting kind of attribute, I think. And I wanted to see what impact that could have on her wine. Not that I'd necessarily be able to discern that. That being said, this is what we have here. It's very Cabernet. It's very sort of Bordeaux-like, red Cabernet, sort of a little bit of that Bordeaux color, which is not entirely red, has a tint of orange in it. It's about, I think, 75, 76, whatever, 72% Cabernet, and big chunk of Cabernet Franc, maybe 18, and then a couple of points of Verdot. It says that here on the bottle. So 80% Cabernet, 18% Cabernet Franc, and 2% Petit Verdot, which is really kind of a Bordeaux-like, blend if you're on the left bank. Here we are. On the nose, it's a great year. It's young, so you're gonna have a lot of fruit, a lot of raspberries, a lot of sort of a little tartar red fruits, raspberries, cherries, tiny bit of cassis, but not as sweet as cassis. And then after a little bit, you get a little bit more of sort of, I would say, acidic herb type of thing, like a tea, maybe floral tea, lavender, some of that undercurrent, which is kind of very interesting at this stage to see that. And then finally, I am getting a little bit more of a settled down sort of tobacco leaf note here. So it's opening up. It's going to take a very long time, but it's also something that you can drink as is and enjoy this stage of it. And then if we have more, we can keep them another 5-10 years and see how they develop over time. It's a little jammy, which is sort of that thickness that you get. This is a very it's hand-picked. It's no it's natural yeasts. It's no filtration, so it's a kind of a low-key wine. They let the terroir, and their brother's vineyard is really in an incredible place. 800 feet elevation, old, well farmed. It's been farmed almost continuously for over 100 years, going back to the 19th century. So it's a really terroir that can speak for itself. And on the finish, you still have the fruit. You have the fruit everywhere. On the finish, you have a little bit more of that sort of spiciness, that maybe comes from the oak. A little bit of vanilla. This is, again, the oak is still present here because of the age of the wine. And it's just really very good as it is, but I'm sure it's going to get better in a classical sense as we give it more time in the bottle. Anyway, sorry about the light, playing here, but this is what you get, in the beautiful California sun now that we don't have any storms for a while anymore. Cheers, and see you soon.